ACORN. First, Congress votes to cut off federal funding to the group, and now several governors want their states to investigate that organization. All of it stemming from the videotape sting, or stings, plural, showing ACORN workers in multiple states coaching a supposed prostitute on just how to skirt the law, to lie, to cheat, to steal taxpayer money. So could a Justice Department investigation of ACORN be next? Let's bring in David Rivkin, former White House counsel, former Justice Department official. David, good to see you.
Good to see you, Greg.
Racketeering is the act of operating a structured business for profit, an elaborate business. Is this a systemically corrupt organization that is doing precisely that, and perhaps there should be a racketeering investigation by DOJ?
It is certainly something DOJ should look at. The predicates for both criminal and civil RICO may well be met here. You have a variety of incidents, not just the ones in this tape. Remember, numerous instances, some substantiated, of voter fraud and spread throughout the organization. You have instances where senior organization members have embezzled funds. So there's plenty there, but also remember, they've been recipients of federal funds, the taxpayers' funds. So there are numerous statutes that make it a crime to misuse federal dollars or engage in fraud in connection with receiving federal aid.
Well, look, there are 15 states that are engaged in criminal investigations right now, and I bet there are a bunch more that we don't even know about. Diverting taxpayer money for illegal purposes, which appears to be what we're seeing on the videotapes, and not one, not two, three, but 4 videotapes, that constitutes criminal enterprise under the law, doesn't it?
It does. It does, and the reason the federal government needs to be involved in this seriously is states, by definition, have a small investigative footprint. We're talking about looking at all the activities of remember, this is a national organization, so you need to look at the variety of actions done coast to coast. Federal government should do it, but I tell you, the overarching moral of this story is how essential it is that an entity receives millions and millions in taxpayers' fund needs to have much closer oversight. Look at what politicians are doing now. They're all scurrying for cover. But what about some accountability for years that have been missing for years to come?
$53 million of taxpayer money has been given to this organization. They were eligible until it was cut off for $8.5 billion in taxpayer money. I mean, is the government guilty of spending taxpayer money, our money, frivolously, with little oversight and almost no control?
Absolutely, and as bad as ACORN is with regard to lack of internal controls, the people in the executive branch and in Congress have been appropriating and authorizing the money and giving the money to ACORN with no oversight. I mean, it's absolutely appalling. There have to be benchmarks. There have to be certifications. You don't just throw taxpayers' money at a group, no matter how commendable their purposes may be.
Money squandered, it just makes Americans sick. David Rivkin, thanks very much. We'll wait.